everybody, this is Dream Trades, and I'm here with another. This is my first one with my first Sunday watch list video. I'm gonna be doing these every Sunday, and I'm gonna share my analysis on a couple of stocks that I'm watching for the week, and how I might play them in the direction that I think they're gonna go. So with that being said, let's get to it. For the first stock that I have on my watch list is TripAdvisor. I've been trading this over the last couple of days just to get used to the price action and just how it trades intraday. But obviously Trip is on a clear uptrend right now, and right now it's forming a triangle pattern. So all I'm really doing is I'm just waiting for the breakout. I'd like to see it at least come above. What is this? I'd at least like to see it cross above the 20 moving average on the day, or $52. So I just put a line right there. So TripAdvisor above 52, with increased volume, but it bounced on this clear support right here. You have one touch right here, one touch right here, one touch right here. And I'll change the color and highlight that so you can, see it better. All I'm doing is waiting for the breakout with volume, and as long as, the market holds up, and I think it will, but you never know. But as long as the market holds up and TripAdvisor, maybe you get some volume, or it just breaks out and it continues the uptrend, then yeah, that's what I'd like to see. So Trip above 52. Or if you want to trade that intraday just from where it is right now, trade it from, let's go in the trade it 51.30 up to this next pivot right here. It's a 70 cent move. You get some decent profits if you were able to catch that. But Trip does move slow intraday, so this would be better as a more of a like swing trade, or just hold for a couple of days. And you have another little like support right here, but I do want to enter above 52 just to make sure I can break out and I get my confirmation, and I'll be watching around 53.72 and then above, where you can see that we have little pivot levels that it might just slow down at a little bit, but we'll see. So yeah, I have TripAdvisor, and then obviously we all looking at the SPY and how it's been making new highs. So let's go back on the daily chart. There's a clear support right here, but let's go into the intraday on the 4-hour chart just to make it a little bit clearer. So we have a support right here, because you can see you want to get multiple touches on the bottom, and so there's a support right around here at 412, we'll say around 412, 410. But I like this because it didn't cross. Actually, hold on, let me turn this off. Because it couldn't cross above, and then once it broke out, came up, and then it's been holding this ever since. And there's a clear resistance right here at what is that, 418. So maybe it can break 418, and then next level is just a little pivot, because this is all-time high right here at 425. And then you can see that you go down to the 1-hour chart, and you can see that there's the highlighted, you're able to highlight the supports a little bit, the intraday supports a little bit more. This is awkward. So yeah, main thing I'm looking for is a break out of this channel, the sideways trend. or maybe a bounce on the support, because on the 1 hour chart you have the 200 moving average, and it's common knowledge that the 200 moving average tends to act as a support and a resistance, especially when you're on the higher time frames like the 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily. But you can see on the 4 hour that it's still up near the resistance right here, and this giant long body candle, this strong day on Friday, and the break and rejection, it could hold or it could come back down to the support, so I'm going to be watching it. But I'd rather, instead of just trading it in between, I'd rather take it above 418, or, well, not even, it's 417.50, or a bounce at this support right here. I really don't see it going below. If it does, we'll get there when we get there, but that's not really on my watch list. We have Mara next. Mara's next on my watch list. Okay, so I mean, Bitcoin's been kind of correcting and it's selling off a little bit right now, but Mara's still a good stock in my opinion, and you can see it's been selling off for a little bit, and it just reached the support and had a good bounce with not above average, but average volume. So we'll see what it does, but I do have this on my watch list mainly because of this support right here. As you can see that it, this was a resistance, it broke out, and then it bounced, and it's touched this line right here multiple times. That's how you find the support. So I'm watching it, and I'm just gonna see how it interacts with that, and I just have it on my watch list. I don't really know if I'm planning to play it, but wanted to highlight that as well. Same thing again with Boeing. It's been on the uptrend, but it's been kind of weakening the last couple weeks, and then you can see it broke out of that uptrend and sold off to this near support right here. And it's been holding, and it looks like it wants to sort of recover. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch this above 240, and then first place I'm gonna be looking to take profits, or just the next level I'm gonna interact is that I want to see it interact with is the 20 moving average. So, and that's at 242, and then eventually break out of the triangle and keep going upwards, but we're not anywhere near that yet. It's mainly just bouncing off of this support, and I want to see it continue with the momentum that it's starting to pick up again. We're gonna go into the intraday, and you can see that 242 is basically a little resistance, because you have the 200 moving average right near it, and yeah, so above 240, that's what I'm watching Boeing. Then Snapchat, let's go back to the daily chart. Snapchat had earnings last week, and I don't even know if they hit earnings or not, but it had a 7% day. It had a good day, and it didn't. Actually, let's go and take a look. So it sold off actually, and then it recovered, and that's a really good sign in my opinion that there's still a lot of bullish sentiment in the stock. So, and you can see that it had crazy high volume. So all I'm really gonna watch is I'm gonna see how it interacts with this minor little support right here, because again, multiple touches, and then it didn't really break down, and then when it broke down, and it closed back above this again. So I'm just gonna see what happens, and I'd like to just take a continuation of this previous momentum from Friday, and take it above maybe like 61.60 and up to 63. And it's really simple. I'm watching how it interacts with the minor supports and resistances, and then the key levels that I find on the daily chart. Those are the main important things. But yeah, that's it. So I'm watching it above 61.60. That's for snap, just for a day trade tomorrow. And then we have PayPal, clear uptrend right here. That's on the weekly chart. I just drew that on, so it only makes sense to, you know, have a bullish sentiment on it. And there's a clear resistance not clear resistance, it's a clear support right here at 255, we'll say. Yeah, so the clear support right there, and it didn't quite bounce. It came down to the moving average, which I think this is the 20. Yeah, it came right down to the 20 moving average, and you can see it was holding the 20 moving average on the daily chart for a little bit. So yeah, I'd like to see it continue moving upwards, because it was on a little downtrend after it hit all-time highs. And there's also a small little pattern forming right here. So let me take off the moving averages so it's a little bit easier to see. There's a bull flag. It's a real simple pattern. It's just after a certain move in a certain direction. So this is a pattern right here. PayPal has a clear bull flag on the daily chart. So it comes up and then it consolidates for a little bit, and it's on a slight downtrend, just slight, but it's not nearly enough where it can indicate it being a reversal or anything like that. And there's also a support right here. So I really don't see it, breaking down below. If anything, it could come down and then bounce up. What I'm watching for is just a breakout of this bull flag pattern. So we're gonna go down to the 4-day, and you can see that is bounced off of that support, not even the moving average, and then it came all the way up, and now it's consolidating. It's slowly coming back down. So all I'm watching for is just a breakout, and it might not happen, but it might not happen today. It might not happen tomorrow, but I would like to see a breakout of this channel, or at least for it to come down to the bottom and bounce off of 254. So yeah, watch this above, what is this price? 268. And you see there's a little pivot right here. Anytime I see something like that, I always like to go down in my time frame and just see if I can make the levels any clearer. There's a slight little pivot, and again, pivots are just minor supports, not really key levels or anything that I found on the daily chart. So these are really only important for intraday trading, in my opinion. And if you're not doing that and you're planning to hold and do a swing trade, you don't really pay attention to these unless you're looking for a good entry. But again, watching this above 268. Yeah, for a breakout of this bull flag, because you have the resistance, a clear downtrend resistance, and a clear downward support after a strong move upwards. And that's characteristic for any stock that does that. It's normal. Yeah. Then another stock that I have on my watch list is NIO. They have earnings on the 27th. So just anytime there's earnings, just make sure you're paying attention to premiums and how the prices are being affected because of implied volatility. But what I'm watching for is just a continuation of this move upwards, because there's a support right here that it bounced off of, and it actually broke out of this little triangle pattern right here. I'll highlight the colors so you can see it easier. Broke out, and you see on the breakout well, not really, but yeah, when it was interacting with the little minor support that I had right here, well, it was more, I'd actually call this a key level, but it was interacting with this level. It increased in volume, and it actually held, and it's holding above now. So all I'm watching for is a continuation, and so all I'll be doing is just taking this above What is that? Above 4150. And let's see how it's oh yeah, see, yeah, I'm taking that above 4150 for a continuation. And yeah, it's real simple. Like, finding trades and stuff like that and building a weekly watch list really doesn't have to be complicated, especially when you're doing intraday scalping like I do for options. I'm just looking for continuation of the current trend that it has, or for it to bounce off a support or get rejected by resistance. So yeah, this is what I'm waiting for on NIO. And last stock I have on my watch list is Roku. Again, the same like the other stocks. It came up to a new high and then sold off for a little bit. And in my opinion, Roku's a great stock in general, and I'm just been bullish on it overall. So there is this clear, it's not that clear, but there is a just a little resistance right around here, and there's another one. It's a little obvious right here too. I say that because there was, it clearly wasn't able to close or hold above this little range right here of 388 and 396. So it kind of got rejected. It sold off a little bit to this little area right around here, which I'd call sort of a pivot or minor support. It's not a too clear of a level, but you can see that prices have consolidated around this area right here around 340, and even on this you have a strong bounce, and this is just a strong candle in general off of that same area, and it got rejected from 360, but it still looks like it wants to come out and break out. So I just have that on my watch list. I don't know whether I'm gonna play it or not yet, but I also did want to highlight it just in case anybody else would be interested in it or just didn't see it yet. And it also is kind of a bull flag, just like, which stock was it? I think it was PayPal. Yeah, it also has a little bit of a bull flag, except it came down a little bit too much for me to really consider it as one. But after bouncing off of support, it came up and then it started consolidating down towards the support. Now it has a slight downtrend again. It's not big, but again, just waiting for a breakout, and that's mainly all I'm doing, just waiting for the breakout of this, and I'll take it above a certain level. So like, for example, there's slight consolidation over here on the intraday, and it hasn't really had a strong close above any of these. So say Roku above 360. What is that, 361? Yeah, just about. So Roku above 361 easy. And that's just some of the stocks that I'm watching for this week, and stocks that I'm watching to day trade on Monday and get some nice intraday scalps in. And yeah, that basically concludes most of my watch list. So hope you're able to make some money off of this, or at least this was a little bit informative, and thanks for watching.